So we just this is how you just created DSO. You just gave some name and then you logged in and then you created. Then you specify key fields, data fields, and then you perform the settings and then do it. Okay. Like this, I already have created my ZO sales DSO. Key fields and data fields, and you can see the tables which are created here. The tables what is created. You can also open that in SC11 and see those structures. Now I want to load this, so I'm just going to create data source. With this sample data, let me create a file. I'll load record by record. So I'm just running the info package, then DTP. So when another DTP does load data, which table was? So we go to manage of the DSO. You see the request I said, what is this? 439. A request is loaded. And is it activated? No reporting symbol means no activation. If I go to contents, it's a new table, active table, change log. Now I should see record which table was. New table with SID 439, record number 1, packet number 1, CNET. Now 441. If you got new table, I should see 441 packet 1. Okay. What are the month comes in? No problem. Everything will be like same way. No. CNet so and so, and this is a value source. I would like to activate this request now. If activate, what happens? This record will move to what? Just select the request and click on the button activate down there. Now after activation, do you see data in the new table first? No. You will see record in the active table now. CNet so and so month, and this value is here. If you go to change log, you will see a change log entry as what is the new record mode? What is record mode? New record. Next set of requests. And again I am going to run the load. Info package, DTP, contents, new table, new record has come in. Okay. And now let me activate this request. You can to the right you can see the activation request. For each one you get one different activation request. This is what 40p, right? So active table, if you go to see, the second record has been added as new record. Okay. So change log should have two entries now. One is with 4OP activation request record 1 packet 1, and the new record has come in. Okay. I'll load these two records together. So one is going to overwrite this one and one is going to overwrite the other one. Yeah. So how many records should it form in the change log? New table 2 records. Okay. I'll activate this request.
What is it showing the old records?
Where? This one. Here. There is log. It will have log of all the requests, what is coming. Active table. Now it's been changed from 1000 to 5000. Now this has been changed from north to east. You can see the request which brought in those two records. What is the activation request of this? FY67. Yeah. You go to change log. Just focus on FY67. Yeah. These four are FY67. X before, this after. Before is minus 1000 and 5000. X and after minus 2500. But here north minus 2500, east 2500. Clear? So this is how your ODS will overwrite your records. Okay, boss? So this is how the ODS concept, how you create ODS and how you load it. Record number 1 to 2, 3, 4. For every activation, one activation request. And if that activation request might form n number of records. Yeah, the confusion and then voltage game that point.
So this one is a new data table.
This is new. This is 40 slash BSEA Z sales 40 is new table. And if you go contents active table slash BSEA Z sales 00 is new table. Slash B 294 000 is change log.
So the data request, data package 500.
Data packet.
Every 500 records activation request same ఉంటుంది. Data packet change అవుతుంది.
Data packet number మారుతుంది. మళ్ళీ reset. Okay, boss. There's a lot into again managing of data. So like how do we delete a request? What happens? How do we delete? What is important of change log? Then from this DSO, how do I load it to next level cube? Data mart, all this. So first you should get perfect with this. Then we get on to data mart and deleting of request. All those concepts. That will focus it on tomorrow. Simple, the complex simple. Okay, fine. Thanks.